Alright. Okay, so face reveal one never. Just gonna put that out there at the very beginning. Hello everybody, how's it going? Tomorrow's if you notice, Spotfest was rigged. Yeah, we got 0 to 57. That was terrible. But if you notice, tomorrow's gonna be in Marooner's Bay, but it's all golden question marks. Now, I thought about it, whether to like make this or not, and I ultimately decided that, you know what, it might be a good idea for not just you guys, but for a lot of people on Twitch or on YouTube, whoever ends up watching, to kind of learn a little bit better. So I'm gonna start off with the script because it's oh my god, you guys are gonna be scared, but the entire script ended up being 21 pages long. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna cover a lot of things today. So, I'm gonna read a little bit off of it, but if you guys want to like comment or talk about stuff, then definitely I'm gonna take questions. I'm gonna you can give tips. HJ, if you have any tips, please do help me, because I was looking through a lot of like stuff for Gone Fishing and Sockeye, and I could not find that many tips. So anything that you say would help in this case. You'd kind of be like my helper, or I'd be your helper because you're a higher rank than me. Spectre of EJ the teacher. Okay. So I'm gonna start the script because I'm also gonna post this all on YouTube. But we kind of need to talk. So I've noticed that you guys are pretty good players when it comes to Salmon Run, but there's just a couple things that you guys might be doing that would bring down the overall quality of like the finished run or finished wave. For example, my previous 2 records that I've set, 127 and 135 eggs, were all done with randoms, and my record before that during Big Run was 123 eggs. That was done with 1 random, I think. However, whenever I play on stream, be that due to peer pressure or other factors, which might possibly have to do with the average skill level, I can't seem to break 100. We get close, but not quite, right? Now, I'm not saying you guys are bad. You guys are pretty good. I have a lot of fun playing with you guys, but if you care about record breaking a bit for events, especially like Big Run or like the golden question mark stuff that's going to happen tomorrow like I do, then we need to start from the beginning and maybe relearn or learn some new tactics that would help us in the stages we play. I actually learned a fair amount through writing this script of 21 pages. And so hopefully the information I give is going to be information that's useful to you guys as well. So yeah, I guess we're going to start, but I'm no god at the game. I'm not even a high-ranking executive like HJ is. But there's a lot of things that I've noticed that have gotten me through the game pretty smoothly in some rounds compared to others. No matter what skill level you're at, you might find some stuff useful, or if you're like HJ, then you could just help me out by giving tips. And also, just keep in mind, there's going to be good rounds and there's going to be bad rounds, and that could be determined by luck, right? Depending on which waves you get, there's a bunch of factors. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'll try to answer anything, and if I can't, then HJ will probably be able to answer anyways. So, let's start. I'm going to split this into the basics, game mode, stages, and stage-specific strategies, and some final tips and strategies, as well as weapon stuff. A lot of this information was also picked up off of Inkpedia and salmonrun.inc, if you know those websites. So you should check them out if you want more specific help. Alright, let's start with the very, very basics. For everyone on YouTube, if this video gets released, then you can skip to the timestamp mentioned if I wasn't lazy for the next sections. But to summarize, Salmon Run is a game where you shoot fish to make them spawn eggs, kill the big fish, get golden eggs, and put them in a basket before the time runs out. Might seem easy, but it can be really stressful in reality, and you'll have to employ a lot of strategies to play efficiently. In Salmon Run, there's 3 different water levels for each stage. Normal tide when you play at a normal water level, low tide when you play at a lower water level, and high tide, where the water level rises and you play in a smaller environment. Each stage or location handles it differently, and you can only get stage-specific events during low tides, for example, a Quahog charge. Okay, shut up, okay? I'm just starting from the very, very beginning. For low tide, the shoreline appears as the water goes down and an egg basket appears there. For high tide, the rising water level can be difficult if you don't coordinate well. As at high levels, more bosses spawn. We'll talk a bit more about that later though, so don't worry about that. Alright, so we'll start with enemies. How about that? And this is very important because we're also gonna learn about luring, and we'll go into that in detail later. So, the first, here, what we can do is we can go to the basics. Let's start at the very, very beginning. You know, we're gonna learn how to shoot chums, or lessers, the easy ones out of the way, you know? Chums, small fry, and cohawks, normal size fish, small size fish, and kind of big size fish. There isn't really much to talk about them considering that, other than their size, but keep in mind that they can cause a lot of stress if left unchecked, so make sure you don't forget to keep spotting them. The amount of times I've died to small fry is just, I don't even want to go there. Start with enemies? Yeah, no, I'm going with enemies. Alright, so find those salmonoids. So this is a chum, right? It's this normal level enemy, and you kill it. I think it dies pretty easily. You got some power eggs, but those are not the eggs we're talking about. This is a cohawk, and these small things are small fries, you know? So I'm just gonna go through the entire basics one more. You have middle management skill, bruh. Harvest golden eggs. So we're gonna talk about the bosses more in detail as we do get them. Where is this boss salmonoid? Oh, it's just a goldie. Yeah, we kill them, and we get this thing called an egg. Bro, small fries are scary. I'm not kidding. So yeah, there's a quota you have to fulfill. Blah, blah, blah. All golden eggs should be taken straight to the egg basket. There. You just hop up and press A, and that you deposit eggs. These are snatchers. We'll also go into them in detail. Actually, let's talk about them right now. They're enemies that come in from the skies and steal your eggs. While annoying, they're really annoying. Depending on the egg position, the stage, and the tide levels, they have a chance to fly by your egg basket while picking up eggs. This is really important. In this case, since you're focused on getting your eggs into the basket, a very nice strategy would to just let them fly until they're right next to you or on top of the basket, allowing the eggs to be very close to the basket, leading to an easy deposit of eggs. Yeah. So he's stealing eggs, and he's gonna run away. Look at him. What a loser. He has nothing better to do in life than touch grass. Wait, he's touching grass. My brain's hurting. Whatever. He's angry. So we're gonna find more goldies or whatever. There's teammates. You get teammates on your team. No school this weekend. I am so excited for that. You pick up an egg. They booyah. Communicating with your team. Whatever. He's gonna run away now. Watch. I was so confused when this happened back in Splatoon 1. Wait, what happened in Splatoon? No. Oh, so this specific thing with snatchers only happens in Splatoon 3, because in Splatoon 2 is where Splatoon 2 is where they come up from the sea and then grab it and then go back away, right? The best map for luring snatchers is in Maroon's Bay, so we were really good on that. Alright, whatever. Booyah this way. That's really important. If you want to communicate, you could do that for specific game modes where you want to talk. You want to communicate like, oh, there's a lot of enemies here, there's a lot of eggs here, or booyah for team spirit. Or if you're communicating with friends, you can make sure that your each of the messages mean different things. Let's find one more golden egg. Where is this golden egg? Ooh, look at this. Instead, press A to throw. You can throw your eggs. This is also very, very important. It takes up some ink usage, about as much as a bomb, but in some situations, it's very, very useful. One useful strategy is to pick up an egg and instantly squid roll back. This ensures that you are maintaining your speed, you know? And it's kind of useful in general. I'm just gonna finish this. Wait, we have so much time. We have so much time to pass. Yeah, I'm gonna read chat while I kill these people. What does it say? You got no school whole week. Same. The snatchers come from random locations per shift, so you should note where they come from. This is very important. Yeah, I totally agree. They leave the same way where they came from. So if there's one all the way over, well, if one comes and snatches an egg from here, from over there, they come here, they're gonna come back from the same place. Special abilities. Yeah, we got special abilities, blah, blah, blah. Are we learning, or do you get to play to practice? You will get to play to practice. I have a bunch of scenarios saved up. And this is, and that's the fun part, because I want to play with you guys. So, we're going to be able to do that today. What losers. Zamir's this inkjet was really long. Whatever, doesn't matter. All right, that's it. That's it for the basics. Now we're gonna get to do the bosses. When I get to the specific waves, where I talk about the specific game modes, you can get some strategies for that. You guys are gonna be able to play with me, but we're gonna go through the enemies first, if that's fine. So. Which one talks about eggs? I think this one talks about... I guess we go to the non-basics first. I think you can fight all the bosses here first. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna zoom out on my script. My script is too long. There. All right. Lesson 2, the not basics, boss salmonoids. Alright. This is great. We get to choose which weapon we want to do. The Grizz weapons have unique ways to kill some bosses. Yeah, I'm going to go into that, piercing, all that kind of stuff. So, let's start with the Steelhead. The Steelhead can be defeated by destroying the bomb on top of its head with a single fully charged shot from any charger or a well-aimed shot from an inkjet. The Steelhead can also be eliminated by using the killer whale even if the bomb on its head isn't charged. When the Steelhead is defeated, it creates a large explosion of friendly ink, which can be used to take out other nearby enemies, including boss salmonoids. Therefore, players should prioritize eliminating Steelheads to clear congested areas. Congested basically means like very large grouped up, high density areas. And if a teammate is down next to a Steelhead, focus on taking it out first, as the explosion can revive the teammate as the bomb does not take too long to charge and does massive damage. So we're going to be given this weapon. Let's see where the Steelhead is. So you see the Steelhead, easy, you just shoot it. If you don't shoot it in time, what can happen is that it'll shoot its bomb, it'll throw its bomb, and you're basically, it has a very, very wide area of effect damage. Let's call it, and I'll show you what it means when you basically can't shoot it in time. So it's over here. You're like trying to fight it, right? Let's say you can't beat it in time for whatever reason. The blast radius is quite big, so you want to make sure to shoot it down and not be terrible at this game like me. There. Thankfully, its charge does stay. So even if you damage it halfway and it throws its bomb, the next time it charges its bomb, it's going to be damaged halfway again. Alright. Now, let's talk about steel eels. So, players should kind of work as a team on this one, unless you're kind of skilled and you can do it by yourself. With one player, which is attracting the head while the other ones attract the tail, the steel eel's head skids forward after being destroyed. So it keeps going a little bit further, which can potentially cause damage, so we might want to be careful of that. The steel eel's ink walls block all of the player's ink attacks, whether it's a bomb or it's a regular shot. And you should avoid getting stuck between the steel eel and your teammates if you do get splatted. The driver's direction, which is I think the back of the thing, indicates the eel's target, and eye contact means that the player is the target. Splatting the tail causes the egg to be dropped at that specific location where you splatted it and not at the head, so be careful of that. Leading the steel eel near the basket before splatting it is an effective strategy, which I'll go into detail later. So again, the slimy pie is the tail end, sneak behind it to take it out. So normally what happens is it's over here. If it kind of locks eyes on you, it's going to start following you. So you want to avoid that, right? You want to make sure you avoid that. It's very, well, its pathfinding ensures that it's going to follow you and kill you. So again, be careful of that. You want to make sure that it gets as close to the basket as possible without you dying yourself. You see how the head skids forward a little just as you do it? Gotta be careful of that. Gotta be careful of that. That's the steel eel. Now we're gonna talk about the scrapper. The scrapper's ability to turn quickly keeps its shield, make sure that its shield always faces you. And so you have to work as a team or by yourself to shoot the scrapper and move sideways to expose its back so you can attack it. When the scrapper is fired upon, it stops in its track for a while, giving players time to get away, revive a teammate, or pick up eggs. You can shoot it down during that time as well. It does not give up its target until they die. Yeah. So while you're attacking stealers, this is also a really good point. I forgot to mention. When a steel eel focuses on you, it's gonna keep focusing on you until you die or it dies. And one more thing to note is that steel eels booyah bombs, it will shred through your booyah bomb armor. You have a lot of ink armor that could be useful, but if a steel eel is following you, the best option may not be to equip a booyah bomb because it will tear through that armor really fast. Anyways, I told you about the scrappers. Let's go find one. It's gonna come from here, I bet. See, so scrapper comes, you shoot it, it stops for a bit. It has different stages of being shot, and the more you shoot, the more it's like little wings come, and it will always face you, unless let's get it closer to here. It will always face you as you go, unless you shoot it enough to the point where its shield gets broken, at which point its back is completely exposed. Keep that in mind. You always want to make sure that you splat it just enough so that its back is curved, or you're splatting it while another teammate's hitting its back, at which point it'll be focused on you. Now, we should talk about stingers. Where did it go? This one. Stingers can shoot through walls, making it difficult to near impossible to hide from them. Depending on how many of them there are, players should take out the stingers as soon as possible. Even if the stingers are not directly aiming at a player, you may still be caught in its shot, which is potentially dangerous. Blasters are very effective at knocking out multiple pots simultaneously, and players using stingers should jump to shoot vertically, which can take out multiple pots at once. And if you're charging towards a stinger in a more open area, this is a personal tip, I'm not sure if it would always work. Throwing a bomb while swimming could help you take it out faster. So it sits on top of a tower, and it can shoot through walls, which we'll show right here. It'll find you, it'll lock on, and it can go through walls, which makes it very, very annoying, and it can deal lots of damage. So one thing I recommend, especially on earlier waves, is if you throw a bomb, you can kill it very fast. Stingers target the person farthest away from them, like blasters. Oh yeah. So that's also a really good tip. Thank you. Stingers will target the enemy furthest away from them. So if you're that guy, or if you see somebody getting targeted, please go take them out as soon as possible. Like 2 or 3 of them on a stage is very, very, very annoying. Let's talk about one of the easier ones, Maws. So, Maws are enemies, which is kind of like a shark. It circles a pond, stays there, and it jumps up. We'll show you a demonstration here. Let's see. It's gonna start following you from far away. You can see its head, and you'll see its attack animation where it'll start to circle around, and it'll come up and bite. The most effective strategy to use is to throw a bomb at right when it's about to jump and throw it at you, which ensures that they'll die in one hit. So that's their weakness. On stages that contain grates, like this one, this is a grate. So on stages that contain grate, you can use it to make a quick getaway or take a break and prevent the Maws from interacting with you. If you're being chased by a Maw, standing over a grate will prevent it from following. Maws are the only boss salmonoids that can swim up walls, so if you have a wall, it'll definitely be able to swim up. And although the Splat Bomb is the most effective way to destroy the Maws, being a one-shot, all weapons and specials can still harm it, but are not nearly as effective. So we're going to deposit that egg, start talking about Drizzlers. Alright. Drizzlers are some of the most easiest to understand or beat / most ignored bosses, and if left unchecked, they can be really dangerous. Players can shoot the exposed Salmonoid before the Drizzler lands, as it floats through the air. Before shooting its weapon, the Drizzler will aim towards a player, which you'll see as I demonstrate fighting one. Players can move around to make it fire outside the stage, and the Drizzler's bomb can be shot out of the sky and shot back at the Drizzlers to destroy it instantly. Alternatively, players can shoot the bomb from a different angle to greatly damage other enemies, such as eliminating a steelhead by shooting the bomb into its inflating bomb. It's also possible to shoot the Drizzler bomb into one of the flyfish's open launches to destroy them. I'd recommend shooting it down before it becomes an ink cloud, even if you don't shoot back at the Drizzler itself. The ink storm can be deadly and will definitely kill you if you're not careful. The Grisco Slosher, one of the Grisco weapons, can kill a Drizzler even if the Drizzler is inside of its shell. So we'll find a Drizzler, it'll shoot up at the sky, land, you can see its little head aiming at you, and once it does, you want to shoot it back down, which is an insta-kill for it. Or you can shoot it in a different direction. Just make sure if you see one, you do interact with it, and you do shoot it down before it gets too late. You can also lure the shot away from the basket by moving around it. That is true. If you don't want the Drizzler shot to be close to the basket, you can also move behind it or stuff like that, and the ink storm cloud will move accordingly. Now let's talk about flyfish. Alright. Aside from being one of the most annoying bosses in the game, the flyfish is also one of the most annoying bosses to kill. However, there's various ways to destroy the flyfish's launchers besides spot bombs, which is the most common one. The inkjet crab tank bomb attacks and the explosher can destroy flyfish containers by shooting inside the open launchers. Killer Whale 5.1 specials and the Grisco Slosher can also destroy the flyfish. The explosher is the most effective weapon to eliminate a flyfish, but the Grisco Slosher also does a good job at killing it. If you have these weapons, think of yourselves as if you're on flyfish duties. You can hide from the missiles under a grate. Actually, I haven't tried that, so I'm gonna try that out. Hold on. Under a grate or on a grate? So there's the flyfish. It's gonna shoot out missiles. Under. Let's see that. Let's see that in action. So we're under the grate. Huh. You learn something new. You learn something new. So that's actually a really good strategy for getting away with that. So I would definitely recommend it. It's generally recommended to kill the one on the left side first of the flyfish. And this is what I've learned from my, from just general experience. Because it shoots out of that one first. So the recommended one is shoot out from here and then shoot out from the one on the right. That's the order you want to kill it. All specials except Wave Breaker. That is true. All specials except for Wave Breaker do work on flyfish. Although timing stuff like the Reef Slider will be very difficult. Now let's go on to the new bosses. Those were the bosses from Splatoon 2. Let's talk about the bosses from, well, Splatoon 3. The first one we're going to start off with is Fish Sticks. These screwy salmonoids plant a pillar in the ground. You want to climb up there and splat everything. So, it's okay to ignore the Chinooks or the little flying things that are not actively attacking and focus on the other boss salmonoids instead. So, climbing the pillar may not be as safe of an option. Because enemies like maws or flyfish, you're very vulnerable to those kind of enemies. So, when at the top of the pillar though, you can shoot the Chinooks, and once everything is dead, you will get your 3 eggs. While, oh, hold on, my brain is hurting. So, you can, as soon as you get them, the recommended strategy is to instantly throw an egg and grab another while you're waiting for the other eggs for your ink to refill. And it can just generally help with getting eggs in faster. You can one cycle fly fish if you can recharge ink fast enough. That is true, and these are priority on high tides. That's okay. That's something new that you learned. These are priority on high tides. One more thing I would say is that if you can damage all of the Chinooks before they land, which is something that you might see on a Quahog charge levels, is that the pillar itself will instantly blow up, which is a really good thing, a really good idea to employ when playing those kind of stuff, especially if you don't want those giant pillars in your way. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the flipper floppers. So, the flipper flopper can be damaged in the air, and if a player is even within a foot of the ring's border, they can get splatted when the flipper flopper dives into it. The area within the ring is similar to the areas in splat zones, where covering most of it with your ink will automatically cover the entire area. If that happens, even a little bit of ink can kill it. Fish sticks turf so much that they can end your shift. Wow, that is true. That is true. All right, let's go find these. So that creates kind of like a splat zones area, and it will damage everything inside of it. So I can show that. If you're not able to kill it in time, you will get damaged by the flipper flopper. I'm going to murder Moobot after this. If you get spotted by a summoner from the water, you'll end up in a life ring. That's bad in case you couldn't guess. To get out of the life ring, one of your co-workers have to revive your drink. Go revive you, whatever. It'll come out of my paycheck. So, we cover the ink. We cover with it, so we cover most of it, and it flops down, and it takes very, very little to damage it once that happens. You can shoot the flopper in the air, and it will eventually die. Yeah, but it has a lot of super armor, so you want to be careful of that. If it's almost dead, then shooting it in the air might be the best strategy, but my personal recommendation would be to wait for it to flop first. Alright, now let's talk about the Salmon Lid. The pilot of the saucer, so the thing on top, wears a helmet that protects it from most shots from up above, and the force field surrounding the saucer blocks all ink prevents the revival of teammates. Use the time after the saucer slams down to retreat and hop on board to attack the pilot. Sloshers can be effective at taking out the pilot from above, or snipers for that matter. E-leaders can fully one-shot Salmon Lids, and if the Salmon Lid parks near the water edge, be careful to not fall into the water. If you have paint while under you in the circle and jump, yeah, one more thing you'd want to keep in mind is that if there's a boss under the Salmon Lid, and the Salmon Lid closes down, which I'll show you in a second, then you are basically, it's basically really good, like, because it'll one-shot all the bosses. So you see this? This is a very, very powerful shot. You can't shoot anything inside of it. It'll occasionally drop Quahawks and chums and all that kind of enemies, but if there's an enemy inside there, it'll insta-kill that enemy. And to kill it, you just hit the thing on top. Easy. Bam. There goes that. And now for the final one, we're going to talk about the big shot. It sets up a launcher, and the launcher can be used to launch eggs while the bosses are using it. It remains on the stage for the whole wave, but you have to be next to it to deposit eggs. You can't throw it into the launcher and it'll launch everything else, right? Shockwaves from the cannonballs can travel up and across walls and ledges like that. That was kind of scary. Just like a wave breaker can. And more big shot salmonoids will appear and use the launcher throughout the waves. So your big shots won't show up. Alright. And just to keep in mind, big shots will not appear during high tide. So they will take this thing, shoot it out of the cannon. It's going to create waves. Those are potentially dangerous. To kill it, it has a lot of health. You can definitely kill it with a decent weapon. You get close to it, and you can shoot the eggs. Alright, let's see what this is. In Quahog Wave, they only spawn Quahawks. Big shot. So pray, just pray when you get one. Do you want to see, do you want to get big shot? I can't even read chat. So you throw those eggs, you deposit those eggs, everything is good. Alright. I'm going to talk about Kohozuna later, because you kind of got to play it to recognize it, or play it like blah blah blah. I'm gonna talk about Kohozuna later, though. My brain is hurting. I've written the script for so long that I cannot talk anymore. All right, let's talk about luring, though. Let's leave training for a bit. Look at all those eggs we collected. You have papers on notes? I'm gonna post the entire script that I used. So later in the Discord. So if you do want to see all this information written down, then that is a good then that will be available to you. Let's talk about luring, though. So the concept of luring is where a player is able to lure or get a salmonoid to follow them near the basket. This is an extremely important part of Salmon Run, and if done correctly, can result in massive improvements in scores. So as far as I know, and feel free to correct me, lureable enemies include steel eels, where you have to lure the tail of the basket. You'll have to lure the tail near the basket and then kill it, as the tail will only will drop the eggs instead of the head. So remember, as close as you can. The closer you can do it, the better. Scrappers will be also very easily durable, where you have to lure it close to the basket to kill it. Maws, where you'll throw your bomb near the basket so it can drop. And if the eggs drop here, like here, let me show you. So if you kill an enemy, the entire concept of luring is, let's say you have an egg here, right? And like you kill a salmonoid over there. Let's put 3 eggs there, right? You kill a salmonoid over here, and you're like, wow, I have to get quite far to throw the eggs into the basket, right? That's quite important, right? So what instead? What if the eggs? What if you killed like a Moz or a steel eel, right? Something like that. What if you kill that right here, right? Then it's just as simple as dropping the eggs in. Steel eels can be too dangerous to teammates and block off paths. It depends on the stage. A lot of it depends on the stage, but steel eels are very lureable in many situations. So if there's a situation where you can lure a steel eel and get away with it, I would recommend it. It is just way easier to deal with, and it's just easy in some situations. And the last one is the flipper flopper, where depending on which weapon you have. Again, let's see what the weapon rotations are today. Let's say you have an E-liter, and you're trying to play against a flipper flopper whose radius is like quite massive, and you have to like constantly fire tab shots. Sometimes that isn't enough, right? So you're gonna end up dying, you're gonna end up not being able to damage it, and there goes a lot of progress. Whereas if you had a weapon like a sploosh, right? Super high fire rate, super high pain output, it could easily get a flipper flopper near base and kill it. That's easy. You can also lure flipper floppers in salmon lids. So I'm gonna talk about salmon lids in a second, because they're a little bit trickier in my opinion compared to flipper floppers. But flipper floppers are definitely lureable, and you should lure them whenever you can. The thing is with salmon lids is that it depends on the person that they're targeting, how close they get to the basket itself. And salmon lids do drop enemies like cohawks and chums if you're not careful enough to kill it fast enough. So if you do lure it, you got to be careful as to how fast you kill it, and just small factors like that. But yeah, I guess in this context, slamming lids are definitely lureable. Let's see what's next. What's next on this hill? All right, so this is the fun part of the stream where we can all play together. This is the part that I've actually been looking forward to. They become stationary when someone gets close. Yeah, so they will keep following you. That, I guess that is, something. I don't know too much about, slamming lids, but I guess that is a good strategy to employ. So if they do get too, if you do get too close, they're gonna stop and start producing things. So in that case, I think that the smartest strategy would just be to get as close to it as possible. Get it as close to the basket as possible, and then cause it to be stationary, because it doesn't drop chums or anything else while you're getting lured. All right, let's talk about the game modes now. So for some game modes, you're gonna have to be a specific water level, and these game modes are Rising Falling Tides, Rush, commonly known as Glowflies, Fog, Grillers, Cohawk Charge, Goldie Seeking, Mothership, Mudmouth, and Tornadoes. So Some game modes like Cohawk Charge will only be during low tides, and some, I think mostly everything else can be done through any of the other tides. So we're pretty good on that say. So let's start with the rising falling tides. I kind of already explained them, but here's what the handbook has to say about it. And there's a handbook, so let's go read the handbook first. Employee handbook. Is it this one? No, it isn't. It's the other one. It's a Salmonoid Field Guide. Known occurrences. Water levels, high tide, and low tides. So, before the wave starts, you want to... the weapon indicator will also show you the water level, and we'll go into that in detail. And that is, the higher bar during that wave will mean a higher water level, and the lower bar will mean a lower water level. We're going to go into a match to see that. And while I'm playing, I might as well give some tips for the game. First of all, the second you land on the stage, start inking everything. This applies to stages in general. The reason we do this, as far as I know, so that we have maximum mobility while playing the game. If you do ink a lot, then as the game progresses, you'll have some chances to move around. And even if you're low on ink, you'll be able to move around pretty freely. We'll go over that a bit while discussing stages, though. Another recommendation is to ink walls whenever you can, and I'll show you why later. So let's go into our first scenario, which is I'll open a private room, and you guys are free to join. We'll talk about inking walls. We'll talk about inking walls in a bit. Talk about that in a bit. So you guys are free to join. Which one is this? I've saved a lot of them. Is it 177? It is this. All right. So I didn't end up beating this wave, but this is a good indicator of what you could expect during a high tide and low tide. This is going to be on Marooner's Bay. We need one more person to join. Do you want to join Double HJ? Is this custom? Yes, this is a custom. This is a scenario. So this is something that I saved out of my match experience because it has both a normal, low, and high tide. So we're just waiting for a fourth person, and then we're gonna start. Oh, you need to eat dinner? Alright, then we'll start with 3 people for now. We'll start with 3 people for now. Now you guys, all you gotta do is ready check. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry, we'll be able to do it. We'll be able to do it. Oh. Yeah, you could ask your friend. That is a good idea. I can wait. I can wait for a bit. I'm really hungry, though. That has nothing to do with this. Alright, what page are we on? We are on page 9 out of 21, guys. We're halfway there. Let's go. So, we got Rising Falling Tides, Glowflies. My highest paragraph one, I think, is Mothership, because Mothership has some weird tactics. Stages, and then we're gonna go into weapons and a conclusion. So we have quite a bit of time. Oh, never mind. Whatever. We'll just go into this. Let's do this. So you'll see when I start, the water level will indicate when you get your weapon. The water level can indicate the rising and falling tides. So you can. It's very useful to see which one you have. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, obviously, is ink as much as you can, so you can see that this is a normal tide level, because the tide level was at the normal amount. And now we're just going to play a game as normal. I think, yeah, the egg count also gets reduced, depending on your stuff. So let's go fight these bosses. Oh, small fries. Luring is useful, but not in every situation, especially... One thing I will say is that luring is very stage specific or situation specific. If you do have something like a big shot, then you might want to kill enemies near that area. All right, there's 2 of these. If you always, one thing I'll go into later, but you always want to use your specials. Oh, okay, the connection is unstable. Whatever. What is this? What is going on? Is that my internet, or is that somebody else's internet? Oh, somebody disconnected. All right, we wrapped out. Hold on. We'll do that in a second. We'll do that again. Did you disconnect? Boxy. Let me see if Brower's on. Is Brower on? Alright, she is joining? Alright. We'll try again. We'll try again. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. Alright, everybody die. Just die. It's fine. Oh! Marley Streams, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry I did not see it earlier. I really, really appreciate it. Here, just die. There we go. That's an instant wrap. Here, let's have. No worries. Love the idea of salmon run lessons. Thank you. I actually really want to get a new record tomorrow because it's all golden weapons, right? So I am really looking forward to that. Again, it's really nice to have people who have a more advanced knowledge of the game. So I'm just helping people out, I guess. I don't want to sound like everyone else is trash at the game because I'm really bad myself, but there's just some strategies that you can use to make yourself better. That's what I did in this case, and it helped a lot. I actually know how to play the game a little better. Who is dog person? Whatever, let's continue. So, again, right now, all we're gonna focus on is the high tide, low tide, normal tide, and how, it'll change, how the water level will change as you play, because that's just something I want to point out. I think you never mentioned that, can put eggs in the big shot's gun. Did I not mention that? I think I did. I just feel like it might be so hard to play this game without researching how to get better. Fun fact, I actually spent this past week creating the script, 21 pages long. So I really hope that something good comes out of this. So again, one thing you want to do is paint all of this stuff in Mariner's Bay. I'll talk about this later as we continue playing. So, one bonus thing you want to keep in mind is that these, the stuff on the fans, you want to ink this too because it's really useful. You want to kill the big shot if you can. Alright. Of course I'm going to die to small fry, but that's fine. Alright. Now you want to focus on these. So you get eggs from the big shot. They always spawn near. They don't always go into the basket. So that's also a very, very important thing that you might want to learn. You might want to have a teammate up here who's depositing all of these eggs. Bruh. What is this? Alright, this is actually a perfect location for the— No! We missed it. We barely missed it. Alright, somebody's dead. I'll revive you. And if you need help, never be afraid to ask. Yeah, I'm gonna use my special. Alright, so these are gone. You want to deal with these if you can. What is going on? Oh man, we're not even gonna pass quota. No! There we go. So we're gonna try this one more time. Oh, never mind. We made quota just in time, barely. Did you do a presentation to your class? I recommend having 2 people depositing the eggs on more wide maps. Good advice. All right. Splash-o-matic. Let's go. Just keep inking whatever turf you can. And you saw how the water level was actually lower when you were seeing the wave. So when you got your weapon, you saw that the water level might have been a little lower. Okay, I'm gonna throw a bomb here. Oh, just barely missed. That's fine. That's fine. Because another egg was thrown in. These things are annoying, so try to kill them. Bombs are really effective. See how I use the Drizzler's own thing against him. That is also one thing you want to keep in mind. I'm gonna plot these. Alright, Booyah Bomb. That was a very high value Booyah Bomb. Gonna get out of here, actually. Here. Alright, gonna shoot all that stuff. Hopefully that does something to the stinger. That does, it instantly kills. That is a good thing. Alright, I'm dead. Oh, we're screwed. Alright, thank you for that save. Why is my game lagging? Alright, I'm not gonna... Okay, I'm dead. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. Alright, we're gonna have to redo this. We're gonna have to redo this. I'm gonna see if I can find a situation with a low tide or a high tide. You think it's too hard? Alright, we can dial down the difficulty level. Yeah, let's leave this. Let's create, reset these settings. Let's go to spawning grounds. Let's start with spawning grounds and professional +1. Let's try this. Let's hope we get some. Let's hope we get a high tide. Oh my goodness, you backed out of a game and then the please wait screen is going on for 3 minutes. Wow. That is wow. Alright, I'll go random weapons, why not? I like to keep a challenge. Let's go to work. I know. I just chose a random weapon on purpose. Alright, let's land here. Let's hope we get lucky with some lucky waves. I've been given the Jet Squelcher, not bad. So you can see how the tide water level was low. That is a good thing because now you know that the water level is low. That was very brain dead. Hold on. All right. Oh, there we go. So we killed that just in time, thankfully. I got the one. Okay. Oh yeah, the Explosher. I completely forgot. Weapons like the Explosher can one shot enemies like flyfish, which makes them extremely useful. Oh. And we can force this to stay. See how much easier egg depositing becomes as a result of that? Oh. I think my bomb went away. That's fine, though. Oh. Too late. Alright, we're gonna focus on this. Killing enemies near a big shot weapon is also a good idea because the eggs are automatically put near the base. Alright, we're gonna get the eggs here in. Upload a little farming. Alright, we're gonna wait for that. Oh, just barely missed. There we go. Just the last second in. All right, 27 out of 16, not bad. Also, wave breakers are even good for rising sea levels and for reviving teammates. That is true. All right, I've been given a heavy, so this is gonna be a normal tide. Always booyah, please. All right, I'm gonna talk about some strategies. All right, we're gonna easy. Salmon are lurable. That is a pretty cool fact. So we're gonna stay here. Anything within this general vicinity is fine. It could be counted as luring, because you can throw the eggs within a reasonable distance and not die like I am. Now I'm giving the tutorials here and I'm failing myself. Alright, we're gonna get this here. This one's leaving. We're gonna quickly splat that. I'm gonna come up on the wall. This guy's targeting me. Quickly put that in. You can put down something like a wave breaker to instantly revive a teammate, or do a lot of damage to stuff like to enemy types. Like, for example, if you're kind of struggling, you can always just kill an enemy using a wave breaker or your special. And I'll go into why later. Yeah, that is a good idea. If you're struggling with lessers, so enemies like chums, small fries, that kind of stuff, then you want to use your wave breaker, all right? Because it'll instantly kill chums and small fries, but it'll take maybe 1 or 2 hits to kill Quillhawks. All right, Slosher, another normal tide level, but it's a nighttime event. Let's see what this one is. Fog. Oh god! Oh my god! This is. All right, sometimes near here. It means it's gotta be this one. I think there's a lot of science that goes into this. I'll actually explain. All right. Start with it. So the general strategy for this is to start with the furthest one first, or get really lucky. All right. Ah. Where is it? Alright, there it is. Alright, there we go. Now just spend the entire couple last times getting eggs in. Do not shoot unless you can confidently get more eggs in. There we go. 31 eggs. Not bad. Yeah, when the gusher is higher, the goldie is near. There's something called graph theory. It's a college level math concept, which I'll go into detail maybe in another video. It's way too complex. Not bad at all. We got 76, considering that this is just a regular professional +1. So I'll just put in a clip of when it's high tide. You'll see the water level and the indicator rise. So don't try not to overstep is my recommendation. You'll definitely hear the water level rise in cases. You'll definitely hear it rise. But if you don't have headphones on or something, then you can just see the after the weapon indicator. It'll show you which water level it's at, and that's really useful. All right. Next, we're going to talk about the most fun one. We're going to talk about glowflies, or the rush mode. In this game mode, little glowflies will encircle a player and massive hordes of chums, the default enemies, will charge them. The egg dropping boss is the Goldie, which will drop 3 eggs in scattered locations, making it harder to cooperate and get the eggs at the same time. According to the Splat Wiki, the maximum number of enemies that can appear on the map ranges from 19 to 32 based on the difficulty levels at a time, where chums spawn every 10 frames between part-timer to overachiever and past professional 100, with professional 0 to 99 have it decreased to 5 frames. So depending on where you are, the chums will spawn very, very fast, so you got to be careful of that. Goldies appear every 20th spawn. While this may seem like a difficult wave, and it is, 4 people can make it work really nicely. One benefit amidst all this chaos is that the HP of each chum, not the Goldie, is half of what it was, from 100 to 50 hit points. Weapons like rollers should be at the front near the basket, edging their left stick so slightly forward that you don't run out of ink, but you're still able to do damage. If your carry, so like your roller in this case, does run out of ink, do cover them while they recharge. During this wave, the safest time to deposit eggs is after the chums have been killed, as you should prioritize your teammates' safety. You will have a brief window of time to get some eggs in. One more benefit to the wave is that the chums will only attack people affected by glowflies. So unless you have to, don't deposit the eggs into the basket if you have glowflies on, unless you're on something like spawning grounds, which we'll show you, and the eggs are safe enough to get. Again, this wave is supposed to be one of the hardest, and strategies would depend based on the map, which we'll go over later. Yeah, chums only have 50 HP during rush, which actually, let's select our job scenario. Which one is it? This one! Let's do this! Does anybody want to join? Anybody want to join? Brower, where are you? Brower? I need you, Brower. You're gonna join? Alright. Bet. Rollers are really good for rush. That is I think even the weakest roller, the big swig, can easily kill a chum during rush. And they won't, not all rollers like carbon and the big swig won't be able to kill the Goldie, but I think every other weapon can kill the Goldie. I'm gonna have to double check that. So let's press OK. I don't think you're allowed to choose your weapon. Yeah. Or you are, maybe. Huh. Didn't know that. So, if we equip, the best weapon to deal with this stuff is the Dynamo Roller, which I'll show you. Which we can't equip, so never mind. Alright. We're gonna do this without a roller. How about that? You should remove the move. I'm going to mute you. Do you want to get timed out like Brower? Do you? Brower rickrolled me, but you made a terrible pun. I feel hurt. Alright, Toilet SVJ, come on, let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna get through the first wave like normal, because this is wave 1 normal, wave 2 glowflies. So make sure that we get to glowflies. One thing I will go, which I'll touch on at the end of the video in the final tip stuff, is if you can't get your special, if it feels like you can't pass the wave, then I do recommend using your special. Because otherwise it's not gonna be a fun time for you. The only way you lose points is if you wipe out on waves prior to 3. So prioritize getting to wave 3 before you can actually do anything. That was a nice lure. Alright, I'm gonna find where this is and just try to shoot it out of the sky, which I failed at doing. but that's fine. You shoot that out of the way. You do not want that thing near you. I'm dead. Oh, I'm doing really bad. Your controller's low battery. Oh, my shots are not firing. Is this lag? What is this? It's death. That's what it is. Alright, we wiped. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do this one more time. We have to get through this wave. We have to get through this wave. I do not have any other stages which have rush wave 1. Unfortunately. So, unless anybody else has a situation for that, you know. Yeah, now you guys know how this wave is gonna turn out, so let's go. Let's try to beat it this time. Watch out for the steel eel, and for the slamming lid. Definitely the fly fish is important, and don't run out of ink. I'm gonna be given the blaster, so there's not much I can do early game, or any game. Alright. Let the steel eel come to you. Yes. Alright, this is still a okay location to lure it. Because it gets close enough. Alright, I'm gonna help out over here. Alright, remember you want to lure the bosses. So that means climbing up walls. There, you go up here, they're gonna try to follow you. Then we're just gonna put eggs in. See how much easier this is than going halfway across the stage for an egg. That missed, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm dead. Well, that's fine, that's fine. You realize nobody's in YouTube chat? Yeah, I guess YouTube chat's just empty today. Alright, wave 1. Alright, time for the most important, time for the important one. Time for the important one. Alright, everyone, come over here. So, the optimal location depends. Alright. So, the location depends, but anywhere around this area should be good. Or not. Patience, a lot of patience is needed. Let me be in the front, let me be in the front. Using your specials during this time is also very recommended, because since they have no health, they'll also like die very instantly. And then coming up here is also very nice. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. Oh. Alright. Seems like we might do this. Oh, that was very instant. Oh no, we almost had it. We almost had it. Walls. Yes, walls is very, very important. Walls is very important. So, if we had employed that strategy for the rest of the run, unless you guys... I negged the whole time? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Bruh. Alright, we're gonna stop this, because we technically beat the round had we employed a strategy for a couple more seconds. That would have been good. I would recommend weapons like rollers or splatlings. They generally stay in the front, or kind of in the front, or a little bit off to the side, because you want to make sure that they can hit the enemies since they have the most heavy hitting attacks. But you also want to make sure that you can cover for them in the case that they're recharging their ink or they're, charging up their shots or stuff like that. And you all have to stay near the same area. Don't try to leave. But then again, remember, ink the walls. So if something is going wrong, you want to be able to make sure to ink these walls so you can go, wait for them to come up from the other side, then jump up and splat your enemies and revive them. That's you want to make sure. We're going to move on to the next one though. And the next one being fog. I'm not going to spend as much time as fog on fog, but I will mention some key things about it. This event will have fog. Well, fog. That's kind of the entire point. Which reduces visibility and makes it difficult for players to see. Salmonoids will spawn all over the map, and it's rare for goldies to appear during the fog. Players should defeat boss salmonoids to get golden eggs and should try to maintain contact with their teammates. Goldies are rare and possess superior intelligence, according to the lore, and players should lure them and mobile boss salmonoids close to the egg basket to meet the egg quota early, as they have a chance to drop a lot of eggs. I think it's about 8, but there's also a chance it could be 1 egg. So you should also be aware of your surroundings and take out dangerous salmonoids. This event can occur at any tide level. Lure the goldies. Exactly. That is exactly what you want to do. I cannot stress that enough. Let's see. Where is it? Alright, let's do this. Let's do this one. Alright. Lure the goldies. They can give 1, 5, or 10 eggs. Thank you for clarifying. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna lure the boss all the way over here, throw a bomb in. Easy kill. Alright, there's no bosses over here for the time being. You don't want to stay far out here. I'm gonna discuss that later, but... So, you see how that boss, that snatcher is coming? Leave that snatcher be, let him go over. Let's get these bosses, these regulars right now. So, you see it's coming. Yeah, that is normally you don't want to hit it when it's over there. So you want to wait for it to come a little closer, you know? Okay, or that could happen. All right, making sure you're alive is also very important. Alright, I'm not doing anything this round. This is the worst I've ever played. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Alright, we should have a lot of eggs lined up here. Alright. Done. That's quota met. I'll take that. I'll take it. All right, now let's go towards the main thing. All right, Dapple. So in a fog level, everything becomes very difficult to see. As you can see, there's a big shot here. So you want to indicate stuff like that with this way. Booyah everything. High DPS weapons will be very, very useful for stuff like this. Kill these, always. They are very, very annoying. Very, very annoying, especially for fog, when you can't see where they are necessarily. I think these walls. Alright, there's the Goldie. You want to wait for it to come here. Or that. You want to wait a little closer. Because if it's closer, if it's about right here, then you can get a lot of eggs in very, very fast. Otherwise, you got to jump, especially over the grates. So don't do anything. Don't do anything. Wait. So you wait. You wait. And then you attack it. And it can drop. Look at that. Look at those eggs put in. Look at those eggs. And also run away from that. There we go. That's dead. Wait for that to get a little closer. There you go. Oh, I'm dead. Ooh, just barely survived. 35 eggs. Look at that. Look at that. Hello, 4 munchkins. How's it going? Alright. I actually didn't get this far. I don't think so. Or did I? Ooh. Can you play? Yes, I think you can play. Alright. And you saw in High Tide how the little High Tide indicator went. So that's also useful in cases like this. Okay. There. Alright, we're gonna kill this. Oh, or die. Or die. We could die. I'm gonna use this. Wave, this is really a kind of OP in this game. What is it called? My mind is blanking. Reef Slider. Yeah, that's what it's called. You wanna wait for this to get here. Ooh, look at those eggs. Let's get those eggs in, guys. Ah, shoot. See, that with a little more optimization, we could have easily gotten that to 40. Alright, booyah! Let's go! You kill yourself right before that happens. Whatever. See, 93. That was a pretty good run. That was a pretty good run. So you can join. Yes you can. Yes you can. Alright, Boxy. You need to take a break so 4 Munchkin can join, so you need to charge your battery anyways. Perfect! Alright, so once Boxy leaves, while Boxy leaves, let's talk about the next one. Grillers. So, the Griller is an event in Salmon Run where armored vehicles called Grillers spawn at one at a time and pursue a target relentlessly. The only lesser salmonoid, the not boss salmonoids, that spawns is small fries. To get golden eggs, You want to attack the weak spot on the back of a griller to stun it and reveal further weak points once shot enough. Tips for dealing with grillers include luring them closer to the egg basket, using weapons with high damage per second to stun them, and having at least one player focused on dealing with small fries. Different strategies are suggested for dealing with grillers on different maps, which we'll probably go into later. You have never played Salmon Run. How do you play? Well, you are in luck. Today this is a lesson for you. Grillers can be very hard to take down, so you need a lot of coordination. Now let's see. Alright, high tide griller. I guess that works. We don't have the complete basics. Can we use one of your job scenarios? Does your job scenario include a griller? Alright, once we talk about, once we talk about the Kohozuna round, we'll use your scenario, okay? Once we talk about that. Alright, so now, Just Frog and Munchkins, y'all can join. Just one more. If nobody joins, then I'll just ask Brower. Oh, never mind. Let's do this. Select job scenario. Cohawk charge. Griller. Let's do this. Alright, let's do this. I've said let's do this like 5 times in the past 10 seconds, and now I don't want to say that anymore. But I will one more time. Alright, so this should be a high tide griller. Let's do this. Oh my god, I said it again. The small fries are the real enemy? Yeah, be sure to take out the small fries. They are so annoying. Alright, so you want to cover as much as you can with your ink. This is high tide, so it could be very dangerous or very difficult. Alright, so a good strategy for this is have it come up and then come down, and then have it come up, and then come down, and then have it come up. Shoot, I'm dead. I missed. Alright, if I wasn't such an idiot, we would be doing way better. Which is why it's super important to ink walls. There you go, expose its weak spot. Get it close but not quite, and then murder it. Look at that. Clean. Okay, maybe not so clean. What just happened? What? Never stray away from the area because you'll die. Yeah, you will die. I mean, look at me. I didn't even stray away from the area and I died. I have negative brain cells. And use your specials if you need to. Not a necessity, but always very helpful. Or bombs. Bombs are also very, very useful for such a situation. Alright. Normally, I will tell you one more thing about grillers. As we finish this round, actually, why not? It is recommended that one player focus on all of the small fries. Or one player, like in this case, it would be the carbon roller. I just died. But in some cases, you would recommend that one person takes care of all the small fries because their weapon might be suited to do so, and those situations are actually quite often. So I would very highly recommend stuff like that. Can we all do VCs? Not right now. Probably not right now. I'd say tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure. Alright. No, we don't need to do the rest of these rounds, but I guess we'll go through anyways. Alright, low tide. Cover as much as you can with your ink. Alright. Watch out for these guys. Let them get close. I guess that's close enough. The closer it gets, the easier it does get too. See, even if you're not being aimed at, one thing about stingers is that they will still find a way to kill you. Alright. I'm dying. I'm dead. Bombs are also very useful. I would recommend bombs. See, because now if you have eggs all the way over there, you have to wait. Here, I'll listen after. Oh, Misfortune died. Unfortunate. Here, I'll go revive after. Okay, I'm coming. There we go. Using your specials in situations like these is kind of useful, I would say. Depositing your eggs in. Alright, we just barely met egg quota. Again, a lot of eggs could have been saved had we gone closer to the shore, had we lured. Again, very, very, very thing. Very important. Hello, Tempura. Aren't I playing the current rotation? No, not yet. I am coaching these people on how to play. Look at the high tide. It is very high. I'm coaching these people on how to play better. Tempura, give me your tips. What is your top tip for getting better at Salmon Run? Strategies or whatever. Anything. There we go. Look at that teamwork. Look at that teamwork. Oh, not that. That's not a tip. Currently hungry, don't know what to eat, so this is just job scenario. I'm disappointed in myself. Spent too much time reading chat. Alright. Okay. You wanna... There we go. Optimal special usage, very important. Let's kill that. Oh, there goes that. Alright. We wrapped. Alright, let's see what Tempura says. On that map during grillers, stay on the block by the basket because the grillers get vulnerable when they turn and the eggs are right at the basket. That is a good strategy. Throwing eggs, care for your teammates, never go to the beach. Fly fish, stinger, and big shot are the main objective to destroy. Good. Place down your wave breaker. Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't get to see that. It didn't pass through. So, that is the end of that round. Oh, your friend had to go? That's fine. That's totally fine. Somebody else can join. This time I'm gonna get Bro to join. Join Brower. Or Tempura. Tempura, do you want to join? Do you have time? Okay. But the next thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be... Hold on. But the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be Quahog charges. So, during a Quahog charge, a Quahog, a type of lesser salmonoid, although kind of big in size, will attack in large numbers from exposed sandbanks. It's always going to happen in low tide. You guys have to use ink cannons to defeat the Quahog horde, and the cannons consume about 10% of your ink tank per shot, allowing for 10 shots per ink tank. This event can only occur during low tide, as previously mentioned. Mr. Grizz deploys the cannons, and players must defeat boss salmonoids to collect golden eggs. 2 players using cannons are recommended, as some areas are out of reach of the cannons, and 1 player can recharge while the other person is dealing with salmonoids. Players must stick to their jobs of controlling the cannons or collecting eggs to avoid losing control over the salmonoids. This event requires players to be aware of mobile bosses like steelheads, steel eels, scrappers, maws, and flipper floppers that can surprise and spot players and cannons. Additionally, players must avoid hitting scrappers while in the ink cannon, and one player can use the big shot cannon to toss the nearby eggs to the center for the second player to collect. Cannon missiles can destroy flyfish baskets, and crewmates not in cannons should position themselves so that flyfish face the cannons for an easy splat. Cannon missiles are able to destroy both flyfish missile launchers with a single shot if aimed precisely between the bottom part of the launcher's lids while they are open, and flyfish or stingers should be prioritized. It's also important to destroy a fish stick midair before it lands and blocks the ink cannons, as this can significantly hinder the player's ability to deal with the incoming Cohocks. For cock charge, I will only use 2 cannons. Again, it is very important to stick to your job. Here, we'll do this. Any other tips? Tempura or WHJ? So, the recommended weapons that should do Cohawk charge of the cannons are going to be the heavy hitting ones. So in this case, the heavy hitting or slow ones. So in this case, I would recommend the Hydra to go ahead and take the cannon, because it can't do that much in the face of Cohawks. It does do a lot of damage, but the ink cannons just do significantly more. So that would be me in this case. So let's go down. I'm gonna ink this place first. Gonna pick up a cannon. Gonna recharge. Oh, no ink. Come on. Alright. Lure those bosses. Lure those bosses. Is it gonna go for me? No, it isn't. Alright. Gonna have to step outside for this one, as I'm probably gonna die now. But using your specials is also insanely important, as you can get away with situations like that. Thanks for whoever threw that in. I'm gonna use my second special here too. Alright, just making sure there's nothing here. We're gonna do another scan, quick scan. Shoot everything that over there down. Nice. Shoot everything down. $35, not bad. Not bad at all. I do go quiet, I do go kind of quiet, but yeah. Hold on. Let's complete this wave first. Any other bosses? No, there's no other bosses at this moment. Alright, we are kind of screwed. No, we're not. I'm totally fine. There we go. The Drizzler shot was fired directly back at him. Okay, I'm dead. Alright, who's... I need to kill the flyfish. Can't wait for the new season. Have you seen the Twitter? I have seen the Twitter. Dude, Kraken is coming back. I cannot wait. I legitimately cannot wait. Alright, there we go. Not bad, not bad. Now we're gonna go to normal tide. Ink as much as you can. Alright, lure that. That's fine. Alright. We can get the fly fish right here. Get rid of these as fast as you can. These are annoying. These are probably one of the most annoying bosses in the game. Help your teammates out. Okay, I'm dead. That's it for me. Wait, they're adding a nuke? They're adding a nuke to the game? I'm dead. Hydra, save us. There's another special? No way. Oh, wait, Kohozuna. Wow. Alright, well, I guess I can talk about the Kohozuna right now. Huh. Why did I play? Hold on. The key to damaging Kohozuna is to shoot golden eggs at it. Defeat regular Salmon Run bosses during the wave to get the golden eggs. Use heavy DPS weapons. I can't read chat. I can't read the script anymore. I am trying to beat this. But use heavy DPS weapons, and you will do good. I'll go into detail after this wave is over. Oh, I missed. Don't miss your shots, guys. There you go, revived. Can we beat it this time? I missed my shot again. That's fine. That just seems to happen too much. Come on. You can't die. Alright, I'm gonna take a slight refresh. Oh, I'm dead. Come on, guys. 10 seconds. Let's go. That's how you do it. So, use heavy DPS weapons like Dapple Doolies, Hydra Splatlings, Splooshamatics, Grizz Coast Launchers, and Dynamo Rulers to deal the most damage to Kohozuna. Use Crab Tank Specials to deal massive damage. I think it's the highest DPS. But only use other specials to defeat normal bosses quickly or to claim more ink turf for better mobility. That was my bad. I did use the Killer Whale. That would have been better suited for a Flyfish or something similar. Try to cover most of the stage with your ink at the beginning of the Kohozuna wave. Use the last of the 3 golden eggs to defeat more normal bosses to acquire even more golden eggs. Because you can use your golden eggs to actually kill bosses. It does massive amounts of damage. Steel Eels, Steelheads, Flyfish, Scrappers, Flipper Floppers, and Salmon Lids are regular Salmon Run bosses. that can be KO'd by golden eggs. Aim for the weak spots of each boss. Alright, so that was how to do Kozuna, and that was also how to do Kohawk charges. I think we have 3 more left, and then we can talk about stages. So, the Mothership. We're going to do the Mothership next. The Mothership is an event where a mothership appears, and Chinooks, I actually didn't know they were called that, carry crates of lesser salmonoids from the Mothership to the battleground. The objective is to shoot the containers carried by the Chinooks to make them explode, and to try to blow up the Chinooks as well to get golden eggs. The Mothership will try to take eggs from the egg basket, so players need to push it back. The Mothership can only be experienced if every player in the group is almost or at least overachiever, and the chances of getting the wave during low tide is about 4.8 and 4.3% in both mid and high tide. Fun fact, the Mothership is a vital cog in the salmonoid distribution chain, and that deploying it, the Mothership itself, is the last resort of the salmonoid army. So if you come across this, good job, you've pushed the salmonoids to their limits. The Killer Whale and Triple Ink Strike are 2 special weapons in the game that can be used to defeat bosses like the Mothership and to collect golden eggs. The Killer Whale is a powerful special for this wave, and it's recommended to use it at the start of the Mothership's approach, when it's first approaching the basket. The timing is around the 66-second mark. Firing it too soon can cause golden eggs to drop too far away from the basket and make them difficult to collect efficiently. The preferred timing for using the Killer Whale for the second time is around 15 to 14 seconds left on the timer when the Mothership is making its second approach. Aiming the Killer Whale at the base of the Mothership, just like the Stingray in Splatoon, can help maximize the number of golden eggs that drop. To maximize your egg count, you should stop attacking the Mothership when the Killer Whale is in use, or risk repelling it too soon, only shooting the Mothership when the Killer Whale has ended. The Triple Ink Strike is another special weapon that can be used to deal heavy damage to the Mothership while defeating many of the Chinooks in a single shot. It has infinite vertical range, so landing it around the basket instead of directly at the Mothership is most effective. It can be similarly used to the Killer Whale as a tool to cause many golden eggs to drop. When using the Killer Whale or Triple Ink Strike, it's important to aim at the base of the Mothership, not the suction tube, so that the shots penetrates the Chinook in the ship container, so the top of the ship. In Salmon Run, other specials that can achieve a similar effect include the Booyah Bomb, which can be timed and aimed well to deal heavy damage to the Mothership and defeat many of the Chinooks in a single shot. It's worth noting that each Salmon Run map has its own area where most of the Chinooks land. Players can locate and use these areas to their advantage. In addition, it's advised to go to higher places to have a better angle on the Mothership. On Marooner's Bay during low tide, for example, any weapon with a decent amount of range can go on top of the boat and shoot directly at the Mothership's Chinook spawners, making it easier to collect the golden eggs that drop. Alright, that's it for that. Now we're gonna go into reset settings, select our job scenario. Thank you for the follow, Volcanian999. How's it going? I don't think, did it appear? Did the Twitch alerts appear? They're supposed to appear. I'm not sure if they did. Let's see what the chat says. Stream is already so long. Am I streaming longer today? Yes, I am. I have to finish this no matter what. Mudmouth's Mothership and Idagov. Tornado forgot. With Mothership, short-range weapons should be doing more painting, collecting eggs. Also, the boxes explode. The Chinooks can kill you. Learn the Chinook name the hard way. You got a friend request? Alright, let me accept that right now. How's it going, though? How's it going? Yeah, thank you for the follow. I can't wait to play Salmon Run tomorrow. Alright, there's somebody in chat. A nuke? Oh, that's just you, Boxy. Alright, let's become friends. Let's become friends. Play activity. Oh, wow. 100 hours. That's pretty... Oh, wait, that's not you. Let's check our friend list. Where did you go? There you go. Ibn Ob. SpongeBob SquarePants, let's go! Is it a good game? Oh, wow. Whoa, what is this? 2,500 hours, bro. I have a friend who's addicted to Smash Bros. He has like 1,500 hours. How do you have this many hours on Fortnite? Wow, that is a lot of Fortnite. Communication error. That's a lot of friends, thank you. Also, how do you stream on the Nintendo Switch? You need something called a capture card. I can, you're on the Discord server, right? I'll send you a message after, with an image of what I use to stream. But it costs around 60 bucks, and you need a decent computer to be able to stream it. But yeah, that's how it goes. I'm gonna look, Boxy, later. 475 hours in Splatoon 3, holy. What are we doing? Mothership, right? Yes, we are. Alright, one more person. Guess what? What? Frog SVJ, your newest competitor. No, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose to toilet.svj. Come on. Don't do this to me. Chicken butt? What does chicken butt have to do with anything? Y'all are weird. I mean, that's rich coming from me, but... Alright, everyone ready up. Get trolled? Get trolled by somebody saying chicken butt. So look at this, the egg is spinning very funnily. Gosh, I'm starving. I actually haven't eaten anything since like 2 p.m. So I'm also very, very hungry. Alright. This is gone fishing. Man, it sounded like a traffic control group. This is gone fishing. Requesting permission for takeoff. Alright, high tide. I'm gonna explain some strategies about this too. There we go. Let's get those enemies out of the way. Get this out of the way. I don't have that much range, so I'm not being very useful. Alright, Maz I can do. I can do Maz. There we go. Let's get all of this out of the way. Throw that egg in. Be very careful of the Drizzler. Alright. Alright, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead again. It's fine. Whatever. We finished that round. Time to go on to the round that actually counts. The mothership round. Use your screen as a flashlight. FNAF 4 time. Oh my god. It's FNAF 4 time. No, not FNAF 4. I hate FNAF 4. Alright, that's the mothership. That comes out. Now you gotta look at where it lands. We're gonna talk about inking walls later, but that's very useful. Stuff like long-range weapons are very useful for this stuff, as they can greatly impact the game. Hold on, we're gonna try to beat these. Alright, it's heading towards the egg basket, about the 66-second mark. There we go. Lead it away. See, these are really useful. I don't want to kill this. Because it's helping me. Oh, never mind. Now I want to kill it. Helping me carry eggs is what I was going to say before it stole all my eggs and ran away. That rhymed. I should become a rapper. Little Spectra VJ out here. Alright. It's gonna come again. We are not done with quota at all. Kill it before it can come, in this case. You wanna get your quota first. If you can't collect quota, then don't bother about doing the advanced strategies, but in this case, there we go. That's Mothership. Depending on the tide levels, you can have significantly different results. Mothership on high tide is absolutely broken. So you will definitely want high tide Mothership levels, since those will always give you like an insane amount of eggs. I think last time that happened on Big Run, I got like 60 or 50 something eggs. Alright, let's work on getting these back to base. Alright. I got this one. And this one. Or not. Did I seriously not get it? I didn't get it. I swear to God. There we go. Now we got that. And there's another one? Seriously? Alright, I couldn't care less about the ink storm right now. Right now, our objective is to get egg. Ooh, that was a really good example of how it's supposed to happen, and that was a bad example of how you're supposed to play. I swear. Thank you, Twitter.svj. You lifesaver. The same name as mine. Why are there 3 of them? There we go, 28. Not bad. Not bad at all. You're gonna watch this in bed? Alright, alright. $90 eggs. I think we're already doing better. Alright, you gotta go? Okay, okay. Well, it was nice having you. I'm gonna quickly finish up this stream. Well, as fast as I can. You might be able to come back? Alright, hopefully you'll be back by the time, well, we come, by the time hopefully you'll be back before I finish. That's what I wanted to say. Alright, one person is free to join. I have to finish this. I am almost done. I'm on page 14 of 21. The last couple is going to be easy, although if you guys don't want to see stage specific stuff, we could always talk about that later. Do you guys want it to be split into separate episodes basically, or do you want one big video? What do you think? You think separate videos are better, or one big video episodes? All right. So what we'll do is we'll finish Mudmouth and Tornado, and we're gonna end stream for today. After I think we'll make that what is that, Saturday? We'll make that no, Saturday is the thing. So make that a Monday or a Tuesday thing, because I'm gonna be streaming I think for the rest of the week. Where I'll finish everything up. How does that sound? Does that sound good with you guys? Yeah, pretty much. I think I might be streaming for the entire week. Lime weekends? What is that? Monday through Friday. I think Monday through Friday. Depends. I might take an off day on Monday though, so we might Pick up on Tuesday. Yeah. Alright, let's quickly finish this stuff. Let's start with Mudmouth. Let's continue with Mudmouth. So the Mudmouth Eruptions event is an event where mudmouths will erupt from the holes left by gushers, and lesser salmonoids will periodically jump out of their mouths. Golden mudmouths may also appear, and players must throw 3 bombs into the mudmouth's mouths to obtain golden eggs. The more bombs players throw into their mouth, the more decrepit the mudmouths will appear. Chum and small fry will come out of regular mudmouths, but quahawks will come out of golden mudmouths, which is why players must focus on the golden mudmouths if one is present. It is recommended that players should team up against the mudmouths rather than taking them on by themselves. Rollers do an excellent job of protecting the crew from salmonoids coming out of mudmouths. It's recommended for a roller user to stand in front of a mudmouth while moving slowly towards it, as this way rolling will consume less ink but will still splat salmonoids. All rollers except for the carbon roller and big swig roller are able to crush chums, and all rollers will be able to crush small fries. Weapon with high damage per second will do a great job of taking out large groups of quahawks, so they should focus on protecting the teammates from when a golden mudmouth appears. Additionally, weapons with explosive projectiles such as the Explosher, Grisco Slosher, Inkjet, and Crab Tank's bomb mode are able to damage the mudmouth similarly to splat bombs if aimed in the mouth. Because of that, it's recommended for Exploshers and Grisco Sloshers to focus on taking out mudmouths while the rest of the team can focus on splatting salmonoids and collecting eggs. Alright, let's select this job scenario. We're gonna go mudmouths here. Does anybody want to join? Oh. Hold on, not this one. There we go. Mudmouths only spit out a certain enemy, so if a mudmouth gives off a small crystal, the small fries, then only small fries will come out of that one. That is true. That is very true. Here. Let's start with 3. Let's do it with 3. We should be fine. Fry, not crystal. That's fine. I caught on. Thankfully, this round will be over pretty fast because it's only the first wave. And then we'll do tornado. Then we'll end stream. I'll go into some strategies that we can employ for tomorrow, but that won't be part of the series that we end up publishing because I'll actually talk about it in detail later on. All right, ink whatever you can. Oh. Alright, we're gonna throw that bomb in there. Throw that bomb in there again. Get everything in here, all the eggs in. Where's the gold? Oh god, the golden is right here. What is that? That is so many golden mudmouths. Alright, I'm gonna use my special again. Alright, they drop a lot of eggs, so very lucrative, especially on maps like this. Alright, now we're a small fry. We're a small fry mudmouth, so we gotta be careful. Oh, both of them are small fry mudmouths. That is cringe. Oh, shoot! Are you kidding me? Just had to be here. Thank you. Can you take care of this stuff too? I'm gonna die to small fry. I have no ink. I died to small fry. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Please help me. I got you. You also died to small fry. They are the true they're the true boss of this game. I'm gonna die again. Alright. Yeah, golden drop a significant amount. Alright, everybody, let's just die. Or not. You don't have to die. What is this game mode? It's gonna be Mothership! Oh yeah, this is a scenario. I already predicted that. Yeah, everybody just die. All right. We did pretty good, I'd say. There's a charger was on the left side because I have free line on the right. You get shoulder blade problems. Ooh, that does not sound fun. All right. The last one we're going to talk about before we end the video stream today is the tornado round. So, while playing, you may encounter the giant tornado, a natural disaster that will appear during low tides. When the tornado occurs, anything in the sea, including salmonoids, will be sucked up and flung towards land. To make matters more challenging, the egg basket that is usually located by the shore will be obstructed by a boulder, requiring players to carry golden eggs to the egg basket's usual location, usually by relaying them. However, to compensate for the practical difficulty of delivering the golden eggs in this situation, each golden egg delivered will count as 2 eggs for the purposes of the quota. No snatchers spawn during this event, making it very easy, or much easier, for players to deliver and throw the golden eggs. During the wave, 2 boxes of golden eggs will spawn, and players can break open the boxes to release a large number of golden eggs. Lesser salmonoids will similarly be dropped off at random locations, and players must coordinate with their teammates to use the egg throw and dodge any salmonoids that come flying towards them, or splat them as they transport the egg. While there is no way to predict when the giant tornado may appear, the event usually results in a great number of salmonoid casualties. Players should also be aware of flying debris and take extra care to avoid accidents. I think that's lore related. I don't think that normally happens. Does it? Tips for success include having one player stay with the box and toss eggs uphill, while the other 2 chain throw the eggs all the way to the basket, using weapons with high damage per second in the middle to clear out the flying salmonoids quickly. All right, let's do this. So, it's going to be a little different on this one, where the tornado is going to spawn, a giant rock comes, and the box is going to be dropped off here, I believe, right? No, here. Alright, let's see. So using your specials would be really nice in this case, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop eggs off over here. I'm gonna throw these. Normally 2 players would be doing something like this. But we need to keep dropping these eggs to meet quota. Since there's only 3 of us, we don't have to drop off that many eggs. But in this case, but in the case of 4 people, the quota would be the normal, depending on your rank. So I'm gonna keep dropping off these eggs. Oh, forgot that. Alright. I have 2 special uses, so I'm gonna use them now. Alright. Oh. So you can't, okay, I just learned, you can't always do that. You got to throw them up like that. There we go. That should be 18, and we just met quota. Nice. Oh, missed that. I'm dumb. There, throw that in. Come on, broer. 2 more. There we go. That's 22 out of 17. You have to be careful with how you throw your eggs, especially on maps like this. I experienced a lot of difficulties. Alright, everybody die. We don't need to do more. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh wow, we wrapped. What a difficult situation that we wrapped in. I'm going to kill Moobot. Look at that, 22 eggs. I'm proud of myself. Alright. But the stream went way longer than expected. Turns out that speaking 21 pages can cause a strain on your throat as well as can cause brain damage, which I apparently have now. So that's gonna end the stream for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Again, I probably split this up into 2 parts where I talked about the bosses and then I talked about the stages or the game modes. But that's gonna end it for today. I'm Spectre VJ. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's do good on the golden stuff. I'm Spectre VJ, and have a good day!